Stop. If you feel like all your studying is going to waste, you're right. You probably spend hours reading, highlighting, and repeating, only to wake up the next day, or worse, on the exam day, with a completely blank mind. Have you ever crammed until 3 a.m., only to forget 90% of the material within 48 hours? It's not your memory's fault. It's not because you're too dumb. The real reason is simple. You've been studying in a way your brain is designed to forget. Mistake number 1, the illusion of fluency. Imagine standing in front of a mirror, watching someone else do push-ups. Does that make you stronger? Of course not. Yet that's exactly what you do when you just highlight or reread your notes. We call this the illusion of fluency. When you read the same paragraph for the third time, you feel like you understand it. Your subconscious says, I know this, but that's recognition, not recall. Your brain recognizes the words because you've just seen them, but it's not actually retrieving the information. It's like memorizing the answers to a test instead of learning the material. When the question shows up in a different form, you're lost. Highlighting is the favorite method of weak students because it's easy and gives you instant, false satisfaction. Mistake number 2, cramming. Massed practice. Let's talk about last-minute cramming. The night before an exam. Sure, you remember enough to pass tomorrow, but here's the problem. Your brain treats that information like junk mail. Your brain has 2 types of memory, short-term and long-term. When you cram everything in one night, you're loading it into short-term memory, temporary storage. To move information into long-term memory, where it actually stays for years, you need time and spaced repetition. Yes, you might pass the test, but you lose the chance to master the material. Now that you know why you forget, it's time for a real change. The key to remembering everything is active recall, the only method that forces your brain to work. Stop reading. Start testing yourself. Close the book and ask, what do I remember from the last paragraph? Technique number 1, the Feynman method. If you can't explain a concept to a 10-year-old in simple words, you don't really understand it. Go back, review the material, and then try explaining it again. Technique number 2, turn titles into questions. Before reading a chapter, turn its title into a question. Instead of the Baroque era, write, what are the main features of the Baroque era? Then, after studying, try to answer that question without looking at your notes. Studies show that students who constantly test themselves score 50% higher on exams than those who only read. Pillar 2, spaced repetition. Remember how your brain dumps information you crammed in one night? You can hack that system with spaced repetition. Within 1 hour, we forget about 50% of what we just learned. To prevent that, you have to show your brain that the information is important. Here's how. Day 1, learn new material. Day 3, review for 10 minutes and test yourself. Day 7, take a full test without notes. Every time you actively recall information after longer intervals, you strengthen neural connections, and the material permanently moves into long-term memory. In summary, the real reason you forget everything is lack of active effort and spaced learning. Stop being a passive reader. Become an active warrior of knowledge. From today on, don't just read or cram. Test yourself. Space your repetitions. Stop wasting time and start learning smart. If this video helped you realize that the problem isn't you, but your method, leave a like and subscribe so you don't miss the next techniques that will help you crush your studies.